You're trapped in the astral, where souls are wiped clean. Your one way out, beat death at dice, but he cheats.
Let's see how far you get.
Your goal is to score higher than him. And here's your table, your tools, your arsenal, dice and boon deck. Every die has its trick. The red ones hide a cheat, like a skull. It re-rolls the whole hand. Hope it's enough. Still short. But you're not out yet. Astral power lets you bend a die your way. Take what the dice wouldn't give.
Clever.
There. The hand holds, and round is yours. And with it, your first real prize, a boon. Slotted on deck, your build starts here. Put a build together. It sharpens your hand against death. Here's one.
You know what I just realized? I realized that that was playing on the audio. See, I need to figure out mixing. No one's here, so it doesn't necessarily matter, but like for the VOD watchers, I was looking at Steam games, particularly this game was Cheating Death. It looks interesting. Oh, this is another one that looked really cool. Dream Corpse? It looks very much like Liminal. I don't know. I have been very much in the mood, though, for like roguelites. Lights. I don't know how to speak. Anyways, I felt awkward because that played, and then I realized this has no context. Oh, what the heck is this? Storebound. Hold on. It's a co-op game. Interesting. Stylistically, that looks kind of cool. Very good. Very, very interesting. Also, I didn't realize, but apparently Welcome to the Game 3 just came out. I didn't realize that was a thing. Apparently, that is a thing. Prince Aitlin, hello. I see no yapping going on. Well, it was supposed to be a little bit of ambience, but then then that didn't happen. Do you have work tomorrow? I was gonna ask you if you wanted to jump on, but it's late. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it, but trying to look out for you, buddy. I do have work tomorrow. Dang. How was your day? I think you might be my only viewer at the moment, actually. How does that make you feel? Well, that's alright. I was just looking at, games, potential games. Yeah, it should be alright. I was just chilling out. Nightland, did you ever hear about Welcome to the Game? That series? Oh. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Oh, it was a game that came out a while ago. At least the first one did. It was pretty popular, but I think the second one got a pretty big following, but then the third one just kind of came out of nowhere. I was like, dang, I didn't know if anyone was... I think it got a little bit of a bad reputation. I heard it was very, very difficult. Nearly impossible. Yeah, I was looking at another dice game, roguelike. I am insatiable. I must have my dice. Inscription light roguelite. Yeah, but actually looks. I don't know if it's worth getting though. I mean, yeah. Roguelites are pretty great. Lord Glitch. Oh yeah. Thankfully I'm not that bad. Whenever it comes to games. What is that? Am I okay? I don't know, are you? Oh yeah, mutagenics. That is an unfortunate one. That is probably going to get you. It's gonna get you. Mutagenics / friend game. Deltarune friend. Yes. Well, here, let me, still trying to figure out what I should be doing. We'll figure it out. There's so many games out right now. My last stream? Oh, what did you? Oh yeah, I did see that. I haven't watched it. Unfortunately, they took away my privileges for headphones because I'm training currently on the job that I'm at right now. So I have to go headphoneless. That has been very fun. All right. Blech. Yeah, it is what it is. You know, ultimately, I get to be at a different station. Sorry, my hair's a mess. No, I can wear headphones, I just have to get signed off. And until I get signed off, I can't really do anything. So I have to wait. It has been a motivating factor, however. It's caused me to do my job very fast. But no YouTube Premium, so I have to turn my phone off. Yeah. That is an unfortunate downside. Yeah, I was looking at some games. Dracula 2. Interesting. I hate money, yeah. What is Untitled Ghost Game? What does this mean? You are dead. That is the... It looks very pretty. Wow. Is that... This game looks gorgeous. What the heck? Not that map. Hold on. Check this out, guys. For a second. This game looks gorgeous. What the heck? Look at this. I don't know if the trailer's any good, but... Like, it's so pretty. The lighting. You play a little ghost guy. It's adorable. Yeah, I mean, it's very simple, but... the demo's out, apparently. And look at these screenshots. Like, that art style... is really nice. Like, look at this. Very dream-esque, which, ethereal. Like, this looks adorable. What is this? Wish list. A circular 2.5D side-scrolling adventure where you fly, swim, hover, and phase through a sleepy island town possessing, spooking, or otherwise ruining the lives of its inhabitants. Why are you doing this? Who are you in life? How did you die? Perhaps you'll find out. You've got a whole afterlife ahead of you. That is an amazing premise, honestly. I kind of am on board. Something about... What? Hollow Knight being right next to Rain World, and doesn't sit right with me. Oh, interesting. Why is that? Also, thank you for reminding me the fact that you couldn't see any of the things that I was saying were adorable. Once again, you know what happened? You know what happened last time? Nightland, after you left, I screen shared the game with you, the Mechanist game, but I did not share it with anyone else. It was on my face again. It was on my face. I did it again, okay? So halfway through talking about how great this game is and how much I'm so interested in the story, everyone's like, hey, can we see it? It's just like, oh, yeah, sure, you could see it. So this is like a common example of like, I have a lack of awareness, so like scream at me if I do something. So anyways, this is the game I was talking about. Untitled Ghost Game, not to be confused with Untitled Goose Game, which I think this is inspired by. But look at the art style for this. Like, this is very pretty. Look at that little NPC. You can possess people in this game. Pregnant. Oh, yeah. Like, look at that. Got a little carnival thing. I mean, it's very... And they'll just think themselves, that's what I want to see that face talking about. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna download this because I'm very curious. I want to see what this game is all about. Here. Let's check this out. Oh, yes. I know. I need to watch Obsession. I'm too stuck on the back rooms. I've been trying to figure out how to watch it with everyone I know. Maybe after my work week, potentially. That would be fun. Yeah. I don't know. That was very fast. Like, that was a very fast demo or download. I'm guessing this is probably pretty short. Dang, it's really snappy. Okay, Blender. That's what we like to see. Start game. Yes. Okay. Press space to leave body. My lady chest friend had me watch it. She wasn't too impressed, but I think it was one of those things where she didn't know it was a lower budget movie made by YouTubers. Well, it's a lower budget movie that made like $430 million at the box office. So it didn't really matter. I mean, yeah, it had a budget of about $850,000, but it made $430 million. That's crazy. All right, we're gonna leave our body. Look at me. I'm a little ghost. So what the heck? Click to boo. This is adorable. So this looks like a face. Interesting. I get crushed by an alien. We're expecting it to be more because of the hype, but I don't know if you know too much about it. I mean, I know a little bit. I've heard people call it like one of their favorite horror movies of like the decade. Right up there with Backrooms. I mean, Backrooms also is a lower budget movie, but that was about 10 million. I mean, Iron Lung was only about $4 million. Actually, there are some Deltarune parallels to make with that movie. Interesting. Interesting. I haven't developed any fast turn right instead. Well, what if I keep going? Because that's what my instincts tell me. Am I just gonna end up in a void? Okay. It's... Oh. Ooh. This is delightful. Look at me, I'm booing. Ooh. Well, if you don't know, don't spoil it. Okay. It looks chill. What are you doing? Why are you coming after me? Ooh. I have gotten... I am now bait. Drop the fisherman in the water. Oh! Oh, indeed I did. Oh, crap. This game... Wow. This is like so interestingly gorgeous. Like it's... I don't even know. Can I go through? What the heck? Can I float upwards into the sky? Ooh, I'm up here now. Can I go down? I can't go through there. Interesting. I wonder why. There are strange ghost things. Okay. Thank you for playing. Nice hat. Super Flight, Taco Free Cam. No worries. Thank you for coming up here. Oh. What secrets have you hidden for us? What is this? Wow, this is like really cool. What a very atmospheric little thing. I mean, this is literally... Oh, wait, hold on. There's something hidden over here. Ooh, spoilers. Spoilers! Oh. Spoilers, you say? Interesting. I have found spoilers in the Ghost game. I mean, this is very short and sweet, but I like this. Okay. Cheats. Toggle free cam. Oh, cool. That's fun. So you can see all the environments. This is very well designed. I'm very excited to see, potentially, what this world holds. Originally, I modded a very standard castle, straight towers, realistic proportions, scrapping that and then poorly hand drawing a janky outline. I'm modeling whatever came out first try was way more fun. I took some inspiration from Ian. Oh, hold on. From Ian McHugh on Blue Sky, who makes some of the most incredibly stylized buildings. You should go check them out. The castle has some DNA from their concept art, but the fortress... I was reading of Ultimate Darkness from the Apple TV adaptation of Time Bandits, if you're curious. Ooh, interesting. I am so curious if this is actually going to have, like, a story, because I would love to see, like, a fantasy adventure. I know this is, like, kind of presented as more of, like, a trollish kind of game. Not necessarily, like... But Untitled Ghost Game is riffing off of Untitled Goose Game, which is very much a troll game. In the line of, like, in the same vein as Goat Simulator, right? It's supposed to be this very fun, kind of unserious, right? So, I'm very curious where this goes. Oh, I have possessed this animal. So, interesting. I have a bottle on my head. This is very pretty, though. Alright. Well, this was a fun demo. Okay. To-do list. Redecorate. Get a new fit. Interesting. I do have some things to do. But I think I'll wait until the full game comes out, because that seems like a pretty interesting concept. That was a good, like, little appetizer to get us into what exactly this game could be, and I think it could be honestly something very cool. Okay. Well, that was that. Let me make sure. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay. That's me yawning. You're wondering how I got here. That's me yawning. Alright. Any other interesting games to play? Let us see. Hope everyone's doing well. Let me see, make sure my settings and stuff are okie dokie. Input. Yeah, it's alright. That's good. Always important. Okay. Mm. Okay, let's see what other games we can get our hands on. Interesting. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do. Oh man, sleepy. Okay. That's a funny immediate little intro. Interesting. Oops. Not particularly what I desired. But alright. Ghost Keeper. A top down. I haven't played a top down game in quite a while. Reboot system. Interesting. Commuter. I had only psychological. It's an Arctic station. Interesting. That seems like an interesting one. The Remnants. Remnant? Anyone? Interesting. Very sharp. Green Inferno. Interesting. Bound by a curse. Ooh. Silence the cube. You know what I'm waiting for? Can't pronounce the name of it, so unfortunately, ooh, that looks weird. See, I like games that look weird, that are like psychological. and just very strange. Like commuter, that looks interesting. I'm curious what that is. Commuter. A HUD-only psychological horror. You're an operator on a night shift that never ends. Armchair. Neural reboot. Why do I feel like that's going to be like a really interesting experience? Wait for it. Interesting. See, that seems like my kind of game. So I'm very curious. The only thing is it's like $11. That does include already a DLC, I believe. Yeah, it's a DLC for Reboot System, which is interesting. This is a supporter pack that allows you to customize the Neuro reboot screen based on all the once you have made your selections. Interesting. Okay. So it's not like required or anything. Ah, that NB bed. Welcome. Hey, it's been a while since I've been able to catch a stream. How are you? How are things? Well, right now we're just kind of looking through Steam, seeing what kind of recent games are out. We actually played a very adorable demo, Untitled Ghost Game, not to be confused with Untitled Goose Game, which is a game very, very early in development. It is adorable, and it has an actually breathtaking art style. In my opinion, it's very simplistic when you actually but very atmospheric. You can tell this person knows how to make a game. So it's a very short experience. It was only like 5 minutes or so. I'd offered to give you money, but my money is worth nothing to you. LOL. Hey, that's fine. No worries. You do not have to give me money at all. Don't feel obligated. I have enough money, and enough not caring, to get whatever. Honestly, I want to. Um, what was it? Where was it? I was looking at. Ignore all the weird. Oh, it's already on 4. It's crazy how many just like off the wall weird games there are that are just like, huh, why is that there? You know, it's just like why. But also, welcome to the game 3 just came out. I have not played the first 2 though, and I don't really feel like it because even though it's a game that I would probably enjoy, I've heard these games are like insanely difficult. And that's kind of a turn off for me personally. Just like I like OS games. That's not really like a true. It is an OS game, but it's like it's got a lot more to it. Yeah, I've heard there. I don't know how it's like faring. It's pretty positive, 91% too. But I feel like this one has a lot less hype than the other ones did because it just kind of came out of nowhere. I don't know what any of these are, man. That's just I'm sure the game, because it is based on like the dark web stuff, so it's like, why is there just a maid outfit? That's so weird. I'm sure in universe there's things. Anyways, Untitled Ghost Game. This game looks adorable. The art style of it is genuinely fun. You can possess fish. You get to be a little ghost. You also in my playthrough, I dragged this poor fisherman into the water. I did not mean to, but apparently you probably can possess that guy. And this is actually what it looks like. It's not AI or anything. It's genuinely very well modeled. It looks really interesting. Oh, So I'm actually really excited about whenever or whatever this becomes, because there's a lot of little Easter eggs, little things you can find in developer notes, which is very sweet. And it's clear that this is something that's very conceptual right now, but is has the bare bones to be something I think pretty cool. So I'm excited for that. We played through that demo a little bit. And I was looking between a couple of different games. Like I was looking between. Um, I've I have unfortunately gotten roped into enjoying these games, like the dice rolling inscription like games, the roguelites, if you will. I have realized I enjoy roguelites quite a bit. However, I don't know. I don't know if I want to. It's. I don't know if I want to go there again because I got pretty deep with Pirates Gambit. Oh gosh, I got real deep into that. Ah man. Yeah, there seems like there's some cool games though. I'm just not sure what I'm in the mood for. There was one game that I was looking at that looked pretty interesting. Commuter, which is like a psychological, but it's like a HUD only text. But it looks interesting. I'm very curious as to what this is. Because it looks very potentially story heavy. Comtech Ultra. But it seems very trippy, and I like games like that a lot. The only thing is, it is $11. Did you visit Commuter? Apply. Interesting. Is there like a demo? What is this? No, this is a different game. Commuterapply.com. Did you visit Commuter? Interesting. Art style wise, that's pretty cool. Uncrate. Commuter.com. I mean, obviously, this is literally a website. I'm sure if you just kind of went to. It's like Stanley Parable. Interesting. Interesting. Commuter applies order pack. Hmm. Hmm. Or is it for other merits? Interesting. So this is like a visual novel. I like games like this. Another game that we didn't finish that was similar to this was a game called Reposed. That game stylistically was incredible. It was very old school. It was kind of a turn like a I don't know how you describe it, but the art style was kind of like dots, very much like this. It was not necessarily like pixel art, but kind of like pixel art. And it was very well done. I got pretty deep into that game, but then it got pretty deep into it, and then I was like, oh, it's getting hard. And then I noped out of it, which is unfortunate. Anyways, I hope you guys are doing well. I am curious what this website is, though. What be the website? Because I mean, it's literally called Meter Apply. Oh, okay. Visual Cortex. All right, let's see what this is. Identify. I can put in my name. Okay, John. Here, I'll fill this out. Apply. Apply for the device. Proceed to login. What should our password be? I guess probably shouldn't tell you guys. Interesting. Um, Initialize link. Access tonight. I probably actually have to go to my actual email and do the things. Yeah. Okay. Okay, and then it's this. It's my email, and then this password that you receive. Return to site. So we've got a little bit of an ARG here. Interesting. I'll try to actually show you guys the things. Okay. Interesting. Invite. Open back. Subjects found. So interesting. What does this do? Copied. Access use in game. Oh, interesting. System node synced. So you can find things. So there are ARG elements to this. Interesting. Okay. Well, it seems like everything kind of starts here. Let me look at this because this came out in January. Where does this all start? Demo. Demo. Did you visit, comment, or apply? And then commuter. Okay, so this seems like almost like maybe a prequel. It looks great. It's only $2. I don't know. What do you guys feel? Do you guys feel like a visual novel? That could be fun. Slash ARG again. For $2, I don't think it's too bad. Also, because I really like this, the look of this. This looks interesting. Okay. Yeah, let's plan on that. So let's go for this. We'll just see. We'll just see what's up with it. So supporter pack and then a commuter. And then I could get both of these. If it sucks, you can always refund. That is true. Now my thought process is like, well, do I get everything? Do I get both of these games? Because it technically would be cheaper. I could technically refund everything, but if I really, really enjoy it, because it feels like this is probably going to be a shorter experience, you go blind in 290. Decide who gets a commuter to survive in a new world. Because it seems like these directly connect to each other. A commuter, apply, and then commuter, obviously. So that's interesting. Okay, you know what? You know what? I'm going to invest. Call me crazy. I do this a lot more than you think, but I like with Rain World. You want to know what I did with the Rain World? Okay, I bought this game and I had a very unrealistic expectation for Rain World. Now, Rain World is a beloved game to a lot of people, and I don't blame you. Artistically, it's very interesting, but for me, I was thinking this was going to be like Silk Song because I have heard all of this time that Rain World is a Metroidvania, which it's not. It's an ecological game, which it has elements of progression systems, I think similar to concepts behind Metroidvanias, but I bought all of the DLCs. I don't know why. I bought everything. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna love this game because it's gonna be. You know what I should have done? I should have bought Ori and the Blind Forest, which is the game that inspired Hollow Knight, right? Because that would have been so much better than just investing in a game that I wasn't actually aware of what the deal what with it was. And I will say, I haven't gotten far into it, so it seems as if it has something to it that I'm not getting. You know? Ori is so good. I played both games recently. Okay, isn't there something coming out? Isn't there like something Ori, a new Ori game? Or no. There's a new game from the developers of Ori and the Blind Forest. It's like I think it's a roguelite. Or it's not a roguelite. It's a oh, what's it called? It looks really cool though. I've heard people say it's really good. Welcome back, Slippia. How are you doing? Slash Pumpkin. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. We're about to get into what is likely going to be a very trippy visual novel game. So we will see if this is good. Also, we'll see if this goes through payment-wise. Because I don't know if I have any money on this card. Nope. There's no money on that card. So I have to change the card. The card can't be that. Dang it. Well, This is annoying. Because I don't want to do that. You have to change. Oh, gosh. Gotta get my wallet. That's unfortunate. That's alright. Here. 1 second. I also have to make sure my card doesn't end up on camera, which I don't think it should. I think we'll be all right. Don't look, guys. I don't see any FNAF games in your apps. Well, I mean, let's look at that. Five Nights Secret of the Mimic. You've got, unless I misread it, what did you say? I don't see any FNAF games in your apps. I mean, I have this one. Let's see what it is. Help 1 and 2. Into the Pit. There's a lot of them actually. Get owned. Wrong. I think Steam only shows the last 4 digits of your card, but better to be safe. Well, I have to put it in. The reason being is the card that I was using ran out of money because it was a unemployment card. Not that I'm unemployed. It's just sometimes when you're in manufacturing, things happen, and you have to be out of work for a while, and you have to claim unemployment. I can only see Help 1 and 2, and Into the Pit. I can read Secret of the Mimic, though. I mean, that's all there is. I think it's just those 3 games. Help 1 and 2, too, and yeah. I mean, these are all, I think, pretty good games. Little Nightmares Echoes, that was a pretty good one. I played that on stream. He's unemployed. He has no job. Look, gosh, listen, I am too tired. Listen to me. Listen to me. I am too tired not to have a job, okay? Let's be real. If I didn't have a job, there would be a problem, okay? Right? I exhaust myself enough, but I am grateful the fact that I have a job that I can spend money on, that I can finally... I have a job, all right? Don't take that away from me. Listen to the words I was saying. Okay. All right, let me read out my credit card on stream like a good person. No, it's. I'm not gonna do that. Don't worry. You know, actually, I'm not gonna say that. It's fine. Okay. This card actually is about to expire, which is a little unfortunate. Okay, guys, I was going to do a very random stream tomorrow, and I want your guys' opinion on it, because I am interested in potentially doing a little bit of a series that is both twofold. It is both something that I think would be interesting to you guys potentially, maybe, you guys tell me. And second, it is accountability, because I have a little bit of a problem. I like to buy old things, right, at estate sales. And oftentimes what happens is I buy things with the intention of selling them, and then I don't do the listing. So what I was thinking of, maybe, because tomorrow I'm probably going to go out and do estate sale shopping, I come back and do a stream where I show you guys the things that I bought, and we do a little bit of research. And we can have a good time learning about random stuff, right? I've already got like a bunch of stuff that I should sell, and I've got some pictures already made for the listings. So it's pretty easy on that end to get those things done. I don't know if that's something any of you guys are interested in. Maybe you guys not personally, and that's completely fine. But it is something that is like very, very different. It's not FNAF, it's not gaming. It would just me being like, I found weird thing at weird home, and this thing pretty cool. And I will say I have some really cool stuff that I have found. I promise I'm not a hoarder. The caveat there is you would be helping me not be a hoarder by selling and then making the money back that I'm going to spend on more stuff. Secondary income. I'd be down to watch that. Yeah. JK, everyone has that. Why do you have Microsoft Edge? Dude, it's a thing. All right. I don't know why it's there. I never click on it. Never use it. The only time that I use it is when it forces me to. Quick reminder, TF2 has stolen me from FNAF. Dang. You know what? Fair though. I mean, that's kind of a pretty cool game. Valve has had it going down back in when that came out. It was like 2008, wasn't it? When TF2 came out? When did TF2 come out? You know, it is kind of a nice thing. 2007, dude. I'm not even a TF2 player. I got it. I was on luck within a year. October 10th, 2007. That was an insanely long time ago. I was 4 years old when that came out. That is crazy. Okay, we have game. Let's see how long game takes to load. Personally, I think probably not too long. Another thing that I really want to do, okay, is I really want, because I've been thinking about it, and I've been really, really thinking about it a lot. I was watching a how do you pronounce it? Taroko? Is that how you pronounce it? I don't think so. Little Nightmares video, right? Theory video about Little Nightmares DLC. And if you've watched my reactions to the recent DLC, you know that I wasn't really feeling it. And after listening to his commentary on it, it's not necessarily that I'm like, oh, well, I didn't like it, and now I feel bad for not liking it, but it's more so I feel like I was just maybe in a bad mood, and I kind of want to replay it, you know, and give it more of a better shake. Because I feel like some of the criticisms I had was a little bit in bad faith, you know? So I'm like, I don't know, I feel kind of meh, you know, whenever it comes to my reaction. So I don't know. Not very many people were interested in that whenever I like streamed it, but it was kind of a weird time because I think that's when I had off. But I don't know. I want to like, I'm really bad whenever I like add over. Oh, add. You missed all of the commentary that I said. I literally solved FNAF, guys, while you guys were in ads. Actually, no, I'm just trying to find this game so that I can download it. What's it called? Tutor. Okay. I don't think this will take very long, because it is a very small game. Okay. But visually, it looks very interesting. Okay. Alright. But I was just looking and I saw Little Nightmares 3 and it made me start thinking about it. Okay, so this is connected to the website. There was an error. Oh yes, because the card. Okay. All right. So interesting. Let us instructions. Okay. We'll get that in the back of our minds. Is it like that one Backrooms game? No, I got ad and instantly turned off and I heard all of it. Oh, very nice. Okay. Very nice. Is it like the one Backrooms game? No. No, it's Little Nightmares is like more of an atmospheric horror game. The game we're about to play right now is not like anything else. I think it's just a very stylistic visual novel. But we're gonna get into it because I'm interested. Because there's a bigger game that's a part of this. Interesting. Memo log. Well, no, I don't want any of this. Okay, that's taking me to commentator. Interesting. Okay, it seems as if there's a lot of Memo log. Okay, maybe that's just the version of the game that this is. English. Announcer. Dear viewers, I am receiving information regarding an emergency address by President of the United Federation of Oceans. Please remain where you are. United Federation of Oceans? Dang, that's a name for sure. The one that I rated 0.1? Oh, no. We don't talk about that. Listen, that didn't happen. Never played that. Still gets me. It still gets me, man. How epic of an intro they tried to make that. Just to be like, drop kick you, jump scare. That's wild. I can't. No. I don't think this is AI swap. Midnight, welcome! How are you doing? We might be doing another ARG. This has ARG elements to it, by the way, so just saying, you might want to stick around. This is a game called visitcommentator.com, and then the other game that is a part of this, this is a bit of a precursor, a prequel maybe, for Commentator the game, that came out recently. Okay. President of UFO, oh that's cute. UFO, so aliens. Citizens of the United Federation of Oceans. Today I speak to you during one of the darkest hours in our history. 2 weeks ago, a mysterious act of aggression was committed against our people, against our children, and against our future. The investigation has confirmed 2 weeks ago, unidentified terrorist groups drove trucks carrying chemical agents into our active volcano. As a result, a highly toxic chemical reagent, FNAF, escaped the Pizzaplex. Gregory is a robot and dead. Cassie also. Hey, Light, welcome. We got everyone in here. Well, the title isn't wrong. You are just yapping. That is indeed true. Truer statements have not been read. Also, I will say, if you look at the VOD list, most of them say I'm yapping, and most of it's pretty true. As a result, a highly toxic chemical reagent was released into the atmosphere. It is with a heavy heart that I must report the results of the medical examination. Every single resident of the Federation, without exception, have been exposed to this substance. So, there was a terrorist attack that they drove chemicals into an active volcano near the area. And that caused the fumes to go out and infect everyone. Interesting. Also, the president of the United Federation of Oceans is interesting. The agent provokes an aggressive, artificially accelerated form of neurodegenerative disease known as Usher's syndrome. Usher's, like House of Ushers, like the fall of Ushers. Usher's syndrome, is that an actual thing? Usher's syndrome, characterized by a combination of hearing loss and visual impairment. Usher syndrome, also known as Helgren syndrome, is a syndrome, a lot of words I can't, is a rare genetic disorder caused by a mutation in one of at least 11 genes, resulting in a combination of hearing loss and visual impairment. That is terrible. Gosh. Why everything is like in Grape? What? The jump scares are like, whoa, drum kick Freddy jump scare. Dang. May I ask why everything is like with lime and grape? Oh, well, that's just the style of it. Right now. In natural conditions, this disease develops over decades. In our case, it's a matter of months. Doctors' forecasts are relentless. Within 1 year, this ailment will lead to total and irreversible loss of sight and hearing. This affects everyone. It affects you, your loved ones. It affects me personally. But we will not give up without a fight. The federational government is mobilizing all resources immediately. The person that dropkicks Freddy was probably Soldier from TF2. That's fair. Probably. That would be it. Actually, there's probably an SFM about that. I would guarantee you there's a crossover between TF2 and FNAF. It is probably hilarious. Is mobilizing all resources immediately. I have signed a decree to declassify and mass implement technology previously available only to special military units. We have no other choice but to resort to radical measures for the survival of the nation. I am speaking of the commuter. This system consists of two components: a surgically inserted implant and an external data processing module. It is capable of replacing lost sensory organs. Field hospitals and mobile surgery points are already being deployed in all cities and settlements of the Federation. That would be fun to watch, honestly. Your action must be as follows. Within the next year, every citizen must submit an application on the Unified State Portal Communicator Apply. Okay, so that is the site that we have here. So if you go here, you have a login that you can do. There isn't much to explore right now. However, it seems as if we're going to be getting potentially names from the game itself. System signal, 97.4%. Interesting. Carrier locked. So it seems like we might be getting names, potentially, which could be interesting. We also found this document that it has, operator reference card. This is the manual PF. A little bit hard to read. This card is issued to the operator before the first connection session. The host interface does not display key names. Memorize the layout in advance and keep the card within reach. Looking, aiming is done with plus marker. It offsets, so this is like the directional things for the neural device. So is that an ARG is smell? It is, I think. Can we watch it in a stream or even a video? That would be fun. So made, yeah. I can't read it. Yeah, neither can I. It's very small. Let me see if I can actually like tighten it a little bit. It's too small. 2-page present document properties. Oh, it's at like. Oh, there we go. All right. Moves the host. Look, aiming is done with the plus marker. Its offset for the frame centra is normal. Even when you zoom in, it's like meshed. Does that look better? There we go. Okay. Yeah, so this is in universe. Kimtech Ultra. Is that like K Ultra? But there is a bit of swearing in it. Is there? I don't know. I don't see any swearing. There might be in this, but you know me. I'm a little bit like of a wimp. Not a wimp. I don't really cuss, so like if I see cussing, I typically just like insert a different word. It's like when Windigoon, if you've watched his channel, anytime that he's with Hunter and they're reading on Creepcast, if they see like he'll see like a cuss word, he's gotten a little bit more lax with it, but like whenever they first started, it was so funny seeing him get so awkward when there was a cuss word. He's talking about TF2 versus FNAF video. Oh, okay. Well, that's probably fine. As long as I'm not the one doing it, you know. There's a reason this channel is not for kids. The host is not your body. When sensations and readings diverge, trust the readings. The full attestation procedure is given in Appendix Com K2. The appendix is lost. What Hunter are you talking about? Meat Canyon. Talking about Creepcast. Meat Canyon, Isaiah, and Hunter. Guys, fantastic podcast, by the way. Which specific Hunter? Hunter as in Meat Canyon. That's his actual name. His name is Hunter. I think, right? Hunter and Isaiah? Oh, I thought you were talking about someone else. Oh. Soldier says the B word at some time. Okay. I would actually like to see that. That sounds very funny. Okay. Dang it. All right. Okay. So let's get this out of the way. Continue. Wait for your surgery date to be assigned in the first come first served order. Follow further instructions, which will arrive via the emergency SMS alert system and email. I declare the commuter installation procedure is completely free. The state bears all costs. This is a question of our collective survival. It looks like Gerald Robotnik. That's fair. Important warning. Criminals have become active during this difficult time. Remember, any demands for money for a spot in line, the implant itself, or the surgery are the actions of scammers and enemies of the Federation. Report any such cases to law enforcement agencies. We stand on the threshold of a new reality. It will be harsh, but we will meet it prepared. Register, remain calm, and prepare to accept a new form of life. May the Federation protect us all. This is an interesting setup. Like, this is genuinely interesting. So you had a mass terrorist attack that causes basically mass hearing and sensory loss. And the only way to defeat that and to continue to live, at least in a way that's sustainable, is to have neural implants. It makes you wonder if all of this is a little bit too convenient, and maybe the government potentially are the terrorists here. That's just immediately my first kind of thought. Oh. Oh, dang. I watch it over and over, and I still can't believe it. Like a dream. Only dreams end. Sir? Yes, sir? Permission to speak. Junior Lieutenant Solomonic, speaking. Go ahead. I was assigned to the camp. Haven't unpacked my bag yet. Today's my first day. Give me some advice? What's in the bag? Socks, blue ones, black ones, some with the forest camo. Also a sweater, knitted. Is the sweater warm? Yes, although, I don't know, I haven't worn it yet. Mom mailed it to me before I left. Main thing is, don't burn a hole in it, and don't wear it on field missions. Let it keep you warm during quiet times. Oh wait, that was him giving advice, okay. Do you have any sweaters? Yeah, a couple. My wife knitted one. I wear it in my free time. It still smells like home and family. And according to the regulations, they issue one from the camp. A workhorse. I'm wearing it right now. Does the HQ sweater last long? Not a single hole in mine in 2 years. Just stinks, like some kind of medicine. They've been making a third one. It smells like something everywhere here. I can't figure it out. All new smells, gasoline, sweat, rubbing alcohol. Because of the Neuralink. So the Neuralink is providing them a higher, more, like, almost invasive sense of smell. That's interesting. Logical, important. Who wins? Bear 5 or Blood Bear? What? I don't know what any of the things that you just said are. This is boring. I want gameplay. Well, this is a visual novel, Pumpkin, and also, I am enjoying this a lot. I would say, get some retention. No offense, but please. It's an interesting story so far, and I like that it seems very personal. Like, with this right now, they're talking about sweaters, right? It's such an interesting, like, way of being like, okay, because again, the Neuralink is focused on the two things, hearing and sensory. So like them keeping warm, right? Without that Neuralink, they can't feel anything, seemingly, right? It would be dampened. So I would imagine that the Neuralink is so potent that it's causing them to have to wear really heavy things to keep themselves warm. Blood Bear is an obscure FNAF meme character, but I'm surprised you don't know Bear 5, especially from how popular he is. Yeah. I mean, I watched some memes, but I'm like, I don't know. Rain's coming soon. It'll wash everything away. So, about that advice, trust your eyes. Interesting. What does this mean? So, trust your eyes, follow orders. Trust your eyes. Trust your eyes while they still work. Bad mood. Get up on the wrong side of the bed. Interesting. So that was the wrong choice? I'm off. Go unpack your bag. Rain's starting soon. Yeah, looks like it. Boots leaking? Not really. Sometimes if I step in a puddle, the left one scoops up water near the heel. But I've already learned which puddles I can step in and which I can't. Interesting. I wonder if there's some double meaning there. When I had leaky boots, I wrapped my feet into plastic bags. It helped. So we're talking about clothing a lot, right? So I wonder if there's a lot of scarcity, and particularly in this area. So why is cold such a problem? Is it due to the disease? I don't know if that's something that like the syndrome specifically causes. But that's interesting. Yeah, everyone's dead. Yeah, if his flower... What? Yeah, if I need be, I'll grab some cling from the mess hall. Have you come up with a call sign for field work yet? Call sign. Confirm. Oh, I can make one. Eel. The default is eel. Interesting. Box. FNAF. Freddy! Our call sign is Freddy! Freddy. Where'd you pick that up? Alright. Patients incoming. Good luck. Good afternoon. Did you visit CommentOrApply.com? Yes, I have my ID is... Oh, crap. I wanted to read that. You should have put Fazbear. Hold on. 1 second. So... Is that somewhere we can put in? Invite. Copied. Interesting. Because that's something that seems to connect to the website. Because you can input a username into that as well, which is interesting. Use in game access void use in game. Okay. Also, if it's cold because the smoke from the volcano covered up the sunlight, dropping temperatures. Fazbear would have been great, honestly. Freddy is a little bit too normal, and kind of agree with that, but I was trying to think of something off my top of my head. Yeah, no, like, I think you're right about that. Tent for 9th in line. Have you been working here long? Since the camp was deployed. Did you catch the last snow? Interesting, so yeah. I did. It was crunchy. In our city, it melted right away. Lucky you. 10-4. Got it. Thanks. Good afternoon. Did you visit CommentOrApply.com? No. You knew you needed to register, right? Don't raise your voice at me. I'm not raising it. You are raising it. I'm not. You're practically screaming. Is this some kind of joke? You're screaming even louder. Oh, is it because... How about this? I'm going to go deaf from your screaming. So bassy, so commanding. Can you hear this? See, now my hearing is gone. I see your lips moving, but I hear nothing. Fine, go then. Register. Register and come back when you get the notification next. Okay. For that you heard. But that you heard, okay. I'm doing ASMR. Good afternoon. Did you visit commentorreply.com? Yes. My ID is user. So I'm curious. Is this something that we're going to need? Because it seems like something we're going to need. It's oddly specific to put out the full thing. Bit 11, 5th in line. Listen, can I ask you a question? I'm listening. Does it hurt? Does everyone survive the surgery? Well, interesting. I would imagine probably there is a degree of failure, but I'm gonna say yes. Just a little mosquito bite to the brain. If you twitch, you could be the first one who doesn't make it. Do the doctors have diplomas? Several each. With high honors? Some were completely wasted but got honors. Others wasted their youth just to pass. I see, thanks. Greetings again. Kirkunkin ordered me to relieve you at the post so you can eat. What's in the mess hall today? Mashed potatoes, cutlets, there's corn, chicken soup, cabbage salad. Is it tasty? Too salty if you ask me. Actually, I haven't eaten better than at home during my whole service. Seems they cook it that way on purpose so you serve without screwing up and get sent home more often. Really? I'm being ironic. At home you only have to feed your family. You have time to cook. Here, there are so many mouths. How many people does your mom have to feed for lunch? Dad? My 2 brothers, 3 sisters, but my older sister doesn't like eating with us. Interesting. And Mom won't eat? She will, of course. So how many is that to feed? Well, depends on how you count. Dad is often at work, older sister doesn't eat. If it's fish, the middle one doesn't eat. Count the maximum, don't forget Mom. 8 turns out. 8, yeah. And here there's 60 main staff plus doctors in the kitchen for incoming patients. This would be a good analog. I am really enjoying this. Like, I will say, I am really enjoying the writing here. I'm really enjoying this a lot. Because this is so detailed, right? It's so survival oriented. They're asking how many mouths you have to feed back home. Like, they're trying to figure out an impossible situation, right? Like, it's so fascinating the amount of attention to detail that is going into the writing here, right? Here there's 60 main staff plus doctors in the kitchen for incoming patients. Like, you think about all the people that they have to feed, and it seems like it's clear that there's a focus on sensation, right? So like the sweater, the shoes, you're getting water in your feet, you're warm from the sweater. There's all this focus on sensation because they're about to lose it, right? They're about to experience nothing until they get the Neuralink, right? This neural implant, the computator, right? So it's like, it's interesting. They're focusing on the right things. Still too salty though. That's when the skinny one is on shift. She's new. When you see the older, chubby one, eat as much as you can. When she's on shift, there are lines you can't squeeze through. When will she be on shift? Should be back from vacation tomorrow. Everyone's been waiting for her. We'll go together. I'll introduce you, and I'll tell you her best dishes. Thanks a lot. I'll wait for tomorrow. Don't let through without registration. Interesting. Why are we specifying? Because don't they work here? Interesting. Those who came without registration, process them in 1011. Send them there. You wonder if this is infecting the whole world? Well, it seems as if this is like pretty much like a biohazard, right? So it's like it's infecting them with a real life syndrome, right? But the real life syndrome is genetic, which is interesting. And they mentioned that it's like normally would take decades, right, to be passed down from the genes, but this is so fast acting that this is like an immediate thing. So it quite literally, this is like a biohazard from like Resident Evil, right? Except that it takes away your sense of hearing and your sense of sensory, which is interesting. Touch. Look what a handsome man has graced us with his presence. Stuff in your cheeks again? I only ever see you here. I'm definitely telling the cook to give you fewer carbs. You're right here with me, hamster. At least take off your gas mask. Taking it off. They put me on post right next to the porta potties. The stench is unbearable. Stings the eyes. Speaking of stinging, how are the onions cut today? Rings or cubes? Cubes, soft ones. When they cut rings for the salad, it was better. Tell me about it. Conditions are unbearable. Might as well move to another camp. Still, I'm glad we're here together. Told me recently how some cultists came to them and tried to talk people out of getting implants at the entrance. Oh. Cultists? Supposedly, it's the Almighty's punishment for our sins, and we need to accept the future blindness and deafness. It's spiritual evolution, or evolution, same difference. Those are very different. How many did they talk out of it? Don't know. Gonna find out. Doubt it. How come? Are you terribly interested or something? Yes, maybe we can put them on post instead of us, and then work will end. there's some funny humor in here. And then they'll be crawling around like blind kittens. Spill it. How many came without registration? One, just now in the evening. You think we need to register for installation in advance? I don't even have time to take a dump. Nah, they put us on the list immediately. They'll let us in. They'll let us know later. Dump as much as you want. We were at the base when all this crap happened, right? Reckon the cloud reached us 3 weeks prior. If you really lose your sight and hearing for good in a year, and I still have 291 days. Don't remember. Makes no difference somehow. It already happened anyways. Just before heading out, I rewatched the President's address after the Act of Oblivion. I watch it every time, and every time the ground shifts beneath my feet, a year feels like such a long time, yet it just flies by. When do you plan to go on leave? See everyone. Oh, before I go, I fell asleep on the last Backrooms game. That was pretty good. That's why I stopped talking. Oh, no worries. Yeah, no, you know, listen, it's funny because like you're not the first person who told me that like they sleep to my streams, and I always find that really interesting because it's like, or just I guess it naturally happens. I've done it before, right? It's just such a funny thing because it's like the fact that you still technically added to the engagement, so I appreciate that. When do you plan to go on leave? Also, I'm asking you, do you think the entire planet is in lockdown? Maybe just a country similar to Fallout? Or is it just one single area? So they're talking about the Day of Oblivion. It seems as if, so they talked about in the beginning, the UFO, which is the United Federation of Oceans, it's instigated. Seemingly it's a global thing. So I wonder if this was like a super volcanic activity, right? But even that, I don't know if that would spread up enough, right? I'm leaving now. Oh, no worries. Yeah, so Light, I'm not quite sure what the thing is, but we'll see. Because this seems to be at like ground zero. They said that the camp here was like one of the first ones to get hit. And that was 3 weeks ago? Or not 3 weeks ago, because it's 291 days left. Maybe we can go together. We'll visit our parents. We'll go fishing. Dad will be happy to see you. Mom will definitely make you pumpkin manti. You love those. August? Sounds good. When you submit it, ask about me. I'll be glad to. We'll come as a whole horde. My 5 daughters will have something to do with yours. Damn, yeah. August is a great idea. I'll try to drag my mom and dad away from the vegetable garden. Well, if they say first area, then that means the terrace lays more volcanoes. Yeah, that's probably true. Which is so interesting. Why would they specifically target volcanoes? Because like obviously volcanoes don't exist everywhere, right? There's going to be covered zones that you aren't going to be able to reach. It makes me wonder, right? So like, obviously it seems like this is a pretty easily spread thing. So I'm not quite sure. For them, act or no act, it's just normal life. Garden, beds, planning. Sometimes I'll talk to them on the phone and it seems like losing hearing and sight is a joy to them. Mom doesn't see the old man, he doesn't hear her snoring. 45 years together and they still hold hands. Aw, that's adorable. I love that line so much. Mom doesn't see the old man and he doesn't hear her snoring. 45 years together and they still hold hands. That is... Dang, that's so well written. Like I am geeking out over the fact that this is like actually a well-written visual novel so far, and the visuals actually are like really interestingly well done. The pixel art is genuinely interesting. Hold my hand. Put a ring on it first, then another 15 years together. I'm not easy. Hey, man. Greetings. Were you at the third post just now? Affirmative. We need to talk for 3 minutes. That's very specific. Patient 3, you let him through? Can't recall. Yes. I think so. Yes. Expressive memory. He died 20 seconds after implementation. At the very first signal from the commuter. He sent a signal, and his blood coagulated due to thermal exposure. That's literally the guy that asked us, has anyone died from this? That's really sad. I already sent a directive to all posts. Told you personally because you let him through. According to the perimeter reading, he had a temperature of 39.4 Celsius when he arrived. COVID or another respiratory virus, same difference. You cannot install implants with an elevated temperature. Interesting with the mention of COVID. That's such a fascinating mention there. Remember, Helen's exploded. Ash was all the way on the other side of the world, so volcanoes do have a lot of reach. No, like, I know like the like super volcanoes and like super, because that was like a super volcanic activity, right? Helen was like massive. Oh my gosh. And that is true. I guess I didn't assume that the volcano went off, but I guess that would be the case. That's interesting though. So yeah, I guess it would be like pretty much a nuke, right? I mean, as far as like the effect of it. That is insane. Yeah, that's a good point. So interesting. Respiratory virus. Now watch out for those too. Otherwise, you'll burden us with extra paperwork and explanations. Every week counts, as it is. I'm sorry. We'll issue a thermal, anything above 35.8 on exposed skin. Don't let them in. That is all. So this is basically like, what's it called? This is literally like a papers, please kind of situation. And if this is one of many implying more went off, then yeah, the world's completely effed up. Yeah, seems to be case. But normal body temperature is 36.6. And again, there's such a very specific mention of warmth and cold, like keeping warm. You're not gonna look in everyone's armpit. It's 36.6 there in the rectum. It's a degree higher. Exposed skin 35.8. I'm done. You're not going to look in everyone's armpit. Are you sure it's because of me? I'm sure. It's kind of rude. Take it seriously. The man just died. In all seriousness, joke or rude, the temperature wouldn't have gone anywhere. In the end, the patient has gone to the next world. You're reacting like it's the first person to die. Not the first, not the last, but every life is dear to me. All lives matter to me too, but what can we do if it's an accident? It's a pattern, which unfortunately was found in field conditions. I'm sorry, really, I'll check. Let's make that the last death for today, at least. It's sickening enough as it is. That's interesting. Yeah. Is the rain starting soon? Judging by the clouds in a couple of hours. Do you like rain? I love it when I'm home. Here it's kind of chilly. Puddles, mud. Fewer people coming through. Depends on the rain. Do you think it's better to run in the rain or walk at your own pace? When I walk calmly, it takes longer to get wet. You know, that's an interesting thing. There's a saying that says, it doesn't matter if you run or you walk, you'll get wet either way. And I've been, this week, we had 2 storms that were going off whenever I was getting out of work. And I got poured on. Oh, gosh. Also, if they mention COVID like a past thing, then this is a real world Earth in sometime in possibly 10 to 20 after COVID, since they don't act like it was a long time ago. Yeah. That is a true statement. Though COVID as a disease, or like as a as like a disease, has existed before even the lockdowns. But they may be using that kind of as a little bit of a story reference point, right? So like the lockdowns, all of that, it's kind of harkening back to this point of isolation and survival, right? So I think that it's meant to be this trigger word that's meant to like send us back, right? So I think it's also a bit of a story device there. It is a good call out that it probably is somewhat related to that though. Like it was a past event, but they don't act it was like 50 years ago. No, that is true. That is true. I usually prefer to run, so let's get on my clothes. You'll get wet anyway. Feels like a little less. Alright, go. Running. Interesting, so they're doing something that is very interesting here. They're giving us personalities through interesting conversation, right? So like the first conversation we had with, and I'm gonna be completely crapped to remember any of these names because I think that they're Russian. I think based on the jackets, I think those characters were Russian. So like or not, maybe not Russian, but you know, in that area. It's purple guy. But I will call out the fact that like it's interesting how they've characterized people. So like they'll have conversations about like sweaters, right? And you'll get kind of information about their family that way. So they're using these things as ways of both kind of focusing on 2 very specific things that are at risk: sensation and hearing, right? The things that are at war with right now, that are at risk. That is interesting though. Did you hear? Your candidate folded up alive in there. They bagged him and hauled him off instantly. The others were waiting for processing. Didn't even notice. Clean work. Received the directive. Authorized thermals for use. Yours is on the counter. You're on night shift, right? Good luck. I'll relieve you in 4 hours. So I wonder what happens if we I don't know. We're on the counter. Maybe it was not sight. Maybe it wasn't hearing, but was it sight and hearing? I think On the right side by your knee, where the safe for patients' belongings is. Found it. Thanks. Go. Solomonenko. How do you pronounce that name? Because I'm gonna really struggle. I almost feel like I need to be like taking notes, you know? Solomon. Russian name? Maybe a version. Okay. Maybe it's not. I don't think. Maybe it's not actually Russian, because I think that I was looking at the wrong indicators. Name. Maybe it's just because I'm trying to think of like what language it is. Name. Language. Can be translated and translated into various using specific tools. Let's see. Name language translator. This is probably not going to be accurate. Okay. Oh, well, probably intertext or to translate. Well, that's not what I want to do. Okay, well, I'll do that later. It's fine. I was just trying to find. You should write down the names just in case if you need them for the website. That is actually fair. And then I'm gonna have to like go back and remember who everyone is, because there's been a lot of names that have come out, but I think that they're different. Like their sprites are different colors, and I think that's potentially the main way you can tell. Let me see. This is commutator. Okay. Our name is Solomonka. N is green. What? I'm gonna see. Yeah. Oh, no worries. Thank you. Okay. Righty, new desk for you. Now I'm confused. Which one is which? Cause oh wait. A truck with the chips arrived. Your hands grow from the right place. Unloaded onto the tent near HQ. Our water is low. Time to build an aqueduct. Interesting. Execute. Yes, sir. Knock, knock. Returning to eat or lights out? Over. Okay, so new name. Godziva? I might do an AI search because I wasn't finding anything specific on Google. For convenience sake. Because I am curious. I don't know. Actually, I could look at the Steam page and see what specific language it's translated into. Let's look at story page. Sorry. Own curiosity. It's getting better at me. I still have, because yeah, it's obviously it's indie. No predictions about the future. That's funny. Also, they said it's about a 30-minute experience, but I think we're gonna have... Have you unloaded them? Over? Stay out of Krennica's sight. You won't get stuck hauling cargo on the night shift. I'm turning in. I'm passing out here. Over. Copy out. Contact officer. Halt. Why are you here? Our water is low. I'm with... Time to build an aqueduct. Copy. I have the answer on the first try. Open the truck. 20 crates. Guess I'll sleep a couple of hours today. Alright, got the first one. Garkinan's wife. Are we giving officers ranks to lower to loaders nowadays? Or is it for other merits? Flirt? Greetings? I think that would be very inappropriate to flirt with their wife. I guess, you know what? I'm gonna do a greeting. I'm gonna be good. Alright? Because that would be so wrong. That would be mean. Isn't he like our friend? I don't know. I don't know what the relationship is. Greetings, Maria. So that's another character. So, and it's hard to like differentiate. I don't know. So you have Franken and wife, who is Maria. Okay. Oh, stop with the Patrona. I can't pronounce that word. It immediately turns me into an angry old woman. Let's just do Maria. So she's kind of flirting with us, I feel like. I don't know. We're not on the parade ground. I'll do as you say. You did as my husband said, and now you're hauling boxes at night. Heavy, I suppose. Hold the crates tighter with your hands. Squeeze, press against you. Chips are expensive. It really wants us to flirt. Service requires. Listen. We're gonna be good. We're gonna be good. Listen, we're not gonna go there. We're gonna be respectful, even though she's not. Think about your husband, all right? Think about the husband. Service requires having a strong hand. Correct. With men like you, any woman would feel safe. Major. Okay, so Major. That's Major Brannigan. Okay. Major is the strongest in our HQ. I don't know what you feed him, but his strength is superhuman. That's all for my skill in caring for a man. We met when he was in the academy. Weighed as much as this crate. He blossomed, earned his rank. I consider it my merit. Couldn't be any other way with a woman like you. Oh. See, even without the props, we're flirting. Remember, everything's best and a man blooms because of a woman, and vice versa. We've been chatting too long. Do your duty well. My precious husband is on the night watch tonight. It gets cold out here. Don't freeze. You'll need your strength. Good night. Alright. 20 minutes to move one crate. I'm not waiting here till morning. We leave in an hour. After that, you're on your own. Show me how it's done. I can unload onto the ground. I feel like that's... I don't think any of these answers are good. Can unload onto the ground. If you're pressed for time, I can unload everything onto the ground, so you can leave. Against safety regs. Look, let's just do it. We're on a military base anyways, what could happen? We got through 3 checkpoints. They shook us down completely, even took my bag of milk. Dump it on the ground, but if anyone asks about the handling, say it was all done by the book. Okay. Ready, copy. Salamanca fell asleep. Okay, so we aren't Salamanca. That's, someone else. We're Freddy. That's who we are. So we are Freddy. I don't know if these names are going to come up again. Where are the crates? Tell the truth. I don't know what the relationships are with everybody. I mean, I know we just talked with everybody exclusively, but I don't know. Tell the truth? Dump them on the ground. Ooh. Good evening. Did you visit commentareply.com? I have. State. Answer properly. State. Answer properly. Tell me your identifier, please. I know. They are lying to you. They want to control. White warriors are coming from the sky. State your identifier or you will be denied installation today. Okay, hold on. What is that? Save to. No such number in the database. Are you sure that's it? Oh, hold on. What are these? Is that? No matches. Well, I wanna screenshot these because this seems important. Unfortunately, numbers not found. Hang on, I think I remember that they blinded us to stop us from being saved. Run, and the White Warrior will save you. Guess there's no number. Great speech. What are we gonna do? You tell me. I'll say probably register on the site and come back. Never. Why so? They control us through them. Who? The government. Whose? UFO government. Comtech. Comtech isn't the government, and UFO is a different country. We live in Rune. Interesting. We live in Rune. Rune. So we have Comtech, main company making implants. We have the UFO, which is the United Federation of Oceans. The White Warriors are coming from the sky. Interesting. The Root government, then. The chips are Comtech property. They give access to the government. To whom exactly? Everyone. Literally everyone? Yes, the whole government. Well, not everyone. The very top. And what will they do? Order us what to do. How? Like our scientists made pigeons feel like they wanted to fly somewhere. Do you think your thoughts are your own? I can think whatever I want. Want a fun trick? Don't think about pandas. I'm not. Well, actually, I am. I can't stop. Pandas. See? You're being manipulated, even without chips. Ah! So don't be afraid. Register, come back, we'll install everything. There is still time. Pandas, don't think pandas. Pandas, White Warriors, are they pandas? Are they white or black or not pandas? With friends like these, who needs enemies? Okay, and then Ivanov. Ivanov. Finally out in the air. Convenient that there are fewer people at night. One can even take a breath between installations. How are things with your applicants? Nothing unusual. Total schizos today. I mean, yeah, that was true. Total schizos today. Talking about salvation, conspiracies, and the lying government. Nonsense in a word. Is that so? And one of the patients running into our tent and started screaming that the implant is moving in his brain and he feels us commanding him. Can we install them in people with psychological problems? How else? We want to save everyone. The crooked, the lame. Yes, it won't be sweet for anyone soon. Not everyone will adapt, but I think if the Republic installed chips only in the healthy, fertile, and hardworking, we wouldn't have lived to see the oblivion. It would have come for us with pitchforks sooner. I keep forgetting to ask, when do we get ours installed? We have a schedule for all officers already written out, depending on who encounters the prions. Prions? Yeah, I was gonna say prions. What does that mean? Prions. So much time has passed, and you still don't know what prions are. Haven't really had the time. Seen any lightning before the storm yet? Not yet. Clouds just gathering. You'll probably be sleeping when the rain starts. I'm specifically on night shift today to catch the rain. So what about the prions? Well, in short, those tankers they dumped into the active volcano contained a prion soup. Water prion in a giant concentration. Okay, what is a prion? Prions. Prion type of misfolded protein. A prion is a misfolded protein that induces folding problems in normal variants of the same protein, leading to cellular death. Prions are responsible for diseases which are fatal and transmissible. Neurodegenerative diseases affecting animals, including humans, specifically due to genetic mutations through exposure to already misfolded leons. Interesting. So that leads directly into the whole incident. That soup was probably thick, like jelly. We have a lot of proteins in our bodies, and prions are proteins, just crooked. Mutants. When they get into the body, they make the normal proteins inside us crooked too. Anyway, we read studies a long time ago that the main chemical threat could be synthetically accelerated prions. They would accumulate faster and damage our protons faster. And here, apparently, like with COVID in a lab, they cooked up a little soup and dumped it. Forget it. Basically, if you're really interested, you can come to my open lecture. I'll be reading it for the officer corps about all this, and how they even thought of it. You can read this article from the past, while no one is here. They were speculating about exactly this happening. What the heck? Wait. You can read this article from the past while no one is here. Back then. Okay. Interesting. That happened 19 years later. Didn't understand a thing, but sort of understood. You're a smart guy. Appreciate it. Yes, a couple of hours ago. Okay. You mean alive? Nah, they just aren't made of metal or silicon. Too miniature. Remember 3 years ago, the UFO government banned cremating bodies? That was to harvest brains from those who left us. Essentially, having gathered a huge amount of brain fluid, they made this microbrain. Ironically, it's encased in a small sarcophagus. Don't destroy it. Interesting. So they created a micro brain. Brain. Interesting. And this slop is the void of blindness for you. Nothing will remain of our eyes. You can't project anything onto the retina. The interface you will see will technically be evoked for you by the same processes as when you dream. But some blurriness will be present. Creepy. Yes. So many questions and risks. True. Megamind. Do you know what prions are? Went on a sniper mission for a long time ago. He had a special guy with the call sign Sperm Well. His eyes got blown out by shrapnel long ago, and apparently they installed your chip right there. They sent him info from drones, and he somehow aimed at insane distances. Well, they put those chips in us too. Yes and no, the whole community was a secret UFO development until the Act of Oblivion happened. Okay, that's another thing. So the Act of Oblivion is the main act. Dumped pound into active. Spread. I forgot what it was called exactly that it was referring to. One solid functioning. Dang. Ooh. Dang. Not they want to do that yet, but they told us about it. So, this is so interesting. Like, this whole story is... It's fascinating. I'm so interested where the main game goes with this. It's already 3 a.m. Technology marches on. Don't rest your eyes. Alright. Thank you. Good evening. Did you visit commentarreply.com? Yes. Gets really fuzzy whenever it brings up these numbers, and I'm so curious as to why. Any elevated temperature in the last couple of days? No. We ensure the immune safety of everyone's located in the camp territory. How noble. No, I have no fever. What are the doctors installing the chips just gave me a lecture? No, I'm not afraid. They are completely safe. That guy over there. Follow him. He's the one who will perform the installation procedure. And if something happens to him, they will stop installing chips? What do you mean? Let's say he falls and breaks his neck. Will they stop installing the chips? Interesting. Oh no, that was just a hypothetical question. Do you have any sharps, cutting objects, or flammable substances on you? Confiscate. I'm going to confiscate. As a security measure, I'm confiscating. Because, like, what the heck are you doing about it? You can collect them after installation. Go ahead. When will the rain finally start? I've been evenly down. And Solemnica passed out. Raining. Easy, nothing warm. is this? Good evening. Are you ready to die for these chips? Are you alright? Yes, I'm fine. I wasn't the one poisoning citizens just to chip them later. If you came for installation, state your identifier. In case of non-compliance, we will delay the chip installation by a month. Officer, do not worry, you are not involved. Sometimes inaction is the best help. My identifier is 20. Interesting. Do you have any sharp cutting objects or flammable substances? I'll leave phone and money. Alright. Pressing to relieve me, I will ensure everything is safe. Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff going on. This is interesting. Always listen to your intuition out. Hello, yes, I'm no fever. How did you know about that? Everyone's been acting like they don't know. How do you know? Do you have any sharp cutting objects? No. Don't know what kind of patient came to you, but got an unstable one. Send him to tent 7. Okay. Good luck out there. Don't jinx it. I'll take it off when you get back. Give you a treat. No one came by. You sure? Didn't arrive. Oh, dang. What happened? You're running around. Are you involved in this? Looking for patient. Go back to your tent and zip it up. Don't let anyone in. Is he dangerous? Can't say. Better to be safe. They look like cultists. And this one is huge, about 220 centimeters. Dirty jacket, flat face. Oh my god. That you're awake. God keep you, go. Interesting. I don't trust her. You rarely visit us. Why? White warrior witnesses. That's a crazy. Plus the. Interesting. Try to strangle Solomon in a cut. Unconscious. Looks like strawberry puree. Interesting. What do I need it for? Thank God. Yeah. I feel like something still bad is gonna happen, though. Oh, interesting. So they tried to sneak people in here. The cult. Interesting. devices, pressuring staff to leave them unloaded. He'd made 16 trips already. He warned the others in the company to conduct an additional investigation. Now, per directive, they will be delivered by unmanned trucks and wait as long as necessary. Thanks to your vigilance, to Ikonov. Oh, wow. So if we hadn't done that, that would have been bad. Then I wouldn't have the stamina to stay vigilant. This seems rather too happy. It looks like we made the right choices, though. Wow. But after these events, you could bring more value to the country than checking people at post. So I'm improving August sleep for you. A step, regain your strength. You'd be in service with a new rank and location. Interesting. Sir, the Republic of United Northern Empires. I serve the Republic of the... Wait, hold on. Rune. That's Rune. That's what they were talking about. Republic of United Northern Empires, or Rune. Go. Proud of you, hero. Interesting. Restart. Glory to Rune. There's like an eye there. Interesting. So that was one of the endings. I'm wondering what other ones I can get. But that'll be it for right now. I want to get deeper into this. This is very interesting. What an interesting game. There seems like there's going to be a lot here, especially in the main game. So look forward to that. Also tomorrow, of course, after, depending on how everything goes, might do a stream in the morning after I come back from doing estate shopping. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, see ya.